You're listening to Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes, the podcast where whiskey, cigars, and beard products aren't just a hobby, they're a lifestyle. Hosted by Adam, Paul, and Jerry, three guys with real experience, full beards, and even fuller glasses. Each episode serves up thoughtful tastings, laid-back cigar talk, and honest takes on beard gear and beyond. From top-shelf pours to everyday essentials, this is the place where conversations flow as smooth as the whiskey. So, pour a glass, light one up, and enjoy the ride. This is Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes.
Welcome to another episode of Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes. I am Paul.
And I'm Jerry.
And Adam is got some other business he's taking care of this evening, so we're flying without him this evening, but we have a special episode planned. We're going to talk about some great pours that kind of fit a theme of St. Patrick's Day, which is March 17th this year, coming up on Tuesday. So we have a couple pours and a couple products to sample and smoke and kind of fit the theme of an Irish St. Patrick's Day theme. And I'm decked out with my shot glass shamrock suspenders, so I got my green on. And
inadvertently wearing green, not realizing it.
So I didn't have a palate warmer, but I'm just going to get into one of the products that we're going to talk about. I sent the guys a St. Paddy's Day care package, and within it was a beer. So I started out with the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. It's it's a little bit more bitter, 7.5% alcohol. Comes in an 11.2 fluid ounce bottle, which I did not know that overseas there was not 12 ounce bottles, or maybe I'm wrong and this is just 11.2 for some other reason, but that just caught my eye that this was not a 12 ounce bottle. This is brewed in the United Kingdom for Guinness & Co. And it's the foreign stout. So higher proof Guinness. That's pretty much what I get out of it. And it is like black paint. I almost got to say this might be darker than regular Guinness. It is. I know that regular Guinness is dark, but this is like super dark. Yeah, I mean, Jerry's got this flashlight on his phone behind it, and I can't see illumination at all through the pint. It's super dark, but I've already got into it a little bit. I think it's pretty damn good. I actually think I might prefer it over a regular Guinness. It's maybe, I don't want to say thinner, but you can definitely tell it's different. It's the same profile tasting notes, I think, but I don't know. I think I just like it better. I'm going to have to definitely do a side-by-side now because it's my first time having this foreign stout. What do you think, Jerry?
It's been a while since I've had a normal Guinness, but if I remember correctly, this one does seem a little bit thinner than the Guinness. Originally, I brought out, when I was setting up and everything, I was sipping on some Stranahan's Diamond Peak, their Bushmill single malt, their 2022 release right there. Figured to get some Irish finishing cast there, but since Paul decided to go with the Guinness first, I poured that and started going with that, and yeah, it's good, nice and malty, very dark, but also very light at the same time, nice and refreshing.
Yep. So AI says it should have a higher alcohol content with a rich flavor profile, notes of dark chocolate, coffee, caramel, full body with a tangy finish, making it distinct and robust. And it's very popular in many international markets, especially Africa and Asia. So there you go. And yeah, I just I thought I was going crazy, or it was from the cigar or from the beard oil, but I was getting like notes of cherry on the nose. But that's what AI says: hints of cocoa, cherry, and coffee on the nose. So maybe I'm not going crazy.
There's definitely a sweetness on the nose.
Mm-hmm. It's like a cherry cordial. Like it's yeah. I like this. It's definitely thinner. The more I drink it, it's definitely thinner than a normal Guinness. But the higher alcohol content, you can't be mad at that. So
No.
cheers
No, I
to
like
that. Or slancha. So that's good.
Yeah. I'll be sipping on that for the rest of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, So, St. Patrick's Day. Do you do anything special for St. Patrick's Day? Go out and drink some green beer or eat some corned beef hash, things that have nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day, anything like that?
Not since college.
Yeah, I saw
I go to work, I come home, I'll either grab like the strain of hands that's finished in Irish cask, or I'll grab one of my 5 or 6 Irish whiskeys and I'll drink that. That's about it.
Yeah, I usually try to get out to a restaurant just to get some corned beef and cabbage, because pretty much the only time you can go out to a restaurant and get it is, the weekend before St. Patrick's Day. But and I don't like cooking at I should say my family doesn't like me cooking at my house, because the house will stink for 2 days. Like
I was going to say at least
cooked
2 days.
Cabbage. So, and my wife and kid don't like cabbage or corned beef. So I stink the house up for a meal that only I enjoy, and then they have to smell it for the next 2 days. So I don't do that anymore. But yeah, we were out of town this weekend, so unfortunately I didn't get my corned beef and cabbage. So when we're recording this is the day before St. Patrick's Day, so I might try to make that a point to get out tomorrow and at least grab a sandwich or something from somewhere before people stop making it until next year.
Corned beef sandwich sounds so good right now.
Yes, it does. So real quick, since we're talking about St. Patrick's Day, looking into the history of St. Patrick's Day, everybody thinks it's an Irishman who brought Christianity to Ireland, St. Patrick himself. Well, he wasn't Irish. He was from England, possibly Italian, possibly Celtic, not sure. But when he was 16, he was enslaved by Irish raiders who attacked his home and enslaved him to Ireland, held him captive for 6 years. He finally fled to England and received religious instruction there in Europe before returning to Ireland as a missionary. So went back to the place that enslaved him to bring the word of the Lord, which is, I don't think, talked about too much when it comes to celebrating St. Patrick's Day. What else? Everybody thinks he brought Christianity to Ireland, but while he did come to Ireland as a missionary, he was not the only one, and certainly not the first to bring Christianity to Ireland. So he gets all the credit for it, but was not the first or the only one. This myth that he banished all the snakes from the Emerald Isle. No evidence of that whatsoever. There aren't many snakes in Ireland to this day, so maybe there's some truth in that, but that's more myth than fact, I think. And everybody, green, like we were just talking about in the opening. I got my green shamrocks on. Jerry's got his green shirt. Well, that didn't become connected to Irish pride until the late 17th century. Before that, the color was blue. So in the time of St. Patrick, if we want to honor that, we should be actually wearing blue today. And Boston should have dyed its harbor blue, or just cleaned it up a little bit so it would be blue. But instead, they dyed it a lime fluorescent green, to all the fish's dismay, even though they say it's safe for fish. I'm sure they'll be serving some fish sticks in some Boston restaurants for the next 2 weeks that have a little green tint to it. I always thought that was kind of crazy, them dyeing the whole harbor fluorescent green for just one holiday that really has nothing to do with the United States. I know there's a big Irish influence in Boston, but always struck me as kind of silly. But that being said, I am sipping on this beer, but I think we should jump in and talk about this beard oil that I sent you guys samples of from our buddy Jacob.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't need to talk about the quality. Well, we can, but we don't have to talk about the quality or how it works. We've talked a bunch about him and had him on twice already. So I'll just go into the scent. I don't have the scent profile right in front of me, but to me, at first, I get it in the beard. At first, it has a little bit of like it was like a malty citrusy note, but that citrus note was only there for like a fraction of a second, and then it faded into what reminds me of what, like those malted milk balls, the Whoppers.
Oh yeah.
So you take that chocolate and you make it into a Tootsie Roll. It reminded me of like a malted Tootsie Roll.
Mhm.
And that's what I was getting the whole time. It was fantastic.
Yeah. So we're talking about Bain Blends, and the scent is Kelp-tober Fest, which is his, I guess it's right on the bottle. It says Guinness Remake. And the scents are stout ale, malt, musk, rosewood, eucalyptus, and hops. And it's 1 ounce bottle. I think his are $22. Yep, $22. Yeah. Jerry said before we've, driven it home before, that the quality of all of his products at Bain Blends are fantastic. Can't go wrong. All natural oils, all organic stuff. So his scent notes from the website is the opens with refreshing and sharp hit of eucalyptus, immediately balanced by the distinct herbal and slightly citrusy bitterness of hops. The combination creates an invigorating and clean first impression, reminiscent of the frothy head of a freshly poured pint. I've been using it for a couple days. I like the scent a lot.
Yeah.
It goes in somewhat strong and then fades to a nice scent. Strong in a good way, because I like the scent. But what's funny is I got it the first time I opened the bottle when I was pouring out little samples to send to the guys. Jerry, this might date or outdate you, but immediately the scent that I got was when I was a kid. I had flashback. When I was a kid, I remember we had these books that had these pictures in them that were scratch and sniff, and there was a hot cocoa picture that had these little steam lines drawn in off of it, and you would scratch and sniff it, and it didn't smell like hot cocoa. It smelled like what the picture told you hot cocoa should smell like, which was like malty, cocoa-y, and immediately I was like, oh my God, I had this weird, just hit me. I was like, that's what that picture smelled like when I was 7 years old. And that was a couple weeks ago. I poured these samples. I've been using it for a couple days, and just today I was getting ready to come out here and sign on with you, and I asked my wife, I was like, smell this and see what you think it smells like. And because I don't think she smelled it before, except on my beard, that I've been wearing it, but right out of the bottle, it's different than once it's in your beard for a couple hours. And I put the bottle on her nose, and she said, oh, it's like one of those chocolate scratch and sniffs. I was like, oh my God. And I didn't prompt her whatsoever, and she nailed it. I mean, I was validated at what I smelled. So that dates us a little bit, because I don't think they have those scratch and sniff books too much anymore. But
we had scratch and sniff stuff. I don't vaguely remember books, but I remember stickers and stuff like that. Shit, you remember, going on a complete tangent, do you remember Smell-O-Vision?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Where they got what was it, the little book or whatever, and then the movie or the TV show told you, scratch this one and smell it.
I completely forgot about that until you said that, but that's hilarious. I bet you there was probably a hot chocolate in there.
Probably.
That's what this oil smells like to me, is that steaming cup of hot chocolate, which is great. Brings back a fond memory of those scratch and sniff books, and it's a great scent. And it's got.
I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Like I said, it reminded me of a malted Tootsie Roll, and then after looking at the website and listening to what Paul said, that eucalyptus minty note, it's very faint throughout. Mm-hmm. You have to actually, for me, I had to actually look for it to actually get it. But it's faint throughout, and it's a nice undertone for the whole thing. But yeah, just slight citrus up front, malty chocolate the whole time. I really like this one.
Yep. No, this is another great scent by him, and check out all of his other scents, bainblends.com. All of his products are fantastic. I know he's changing it up. I think this is actually from this new line where he's adding more castor oil. I think that's what I bought when last time we had him on, and he was talking about this scent. I was like, oh, that'll be perfect for our St. Patrick's Day episode. So I bought it right when we were interviewing him. and I believe I added because you can get it, the 1 ounce blend, herbal, non-herbal, and the castor oil blend, which, if I recall, it was supposed to help with gray, keep the grays out, and there was other benefits of castor oil.
Well, yeah, he's got the herbal blend, the non-herbal blend, which is heavier with the meadow foam seed, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then you had the herbal and non-herbal gray beard blend, which is the higher castor oil. So it's supposed to not it's not supposed to dye or discolor gray and white beards.
Yep. So I think that's what I got is the herbal gray beard blend with 20% more castor. So it's great. It's great oil. I mean, all of his stuff is great. In this sense, another great one. So he did the what else did I get? I got the Dr. Pepper one. I'm trying to think what other scent I got from him that day. I got a couple other scents from him, but yeah, all of his new scents, they're fantastic. Check him out at bainblends.com. He's got a full line of products, deodorants, his salve.
It's fantastic.
Eczema, psoriasis, dry skin, that kind of thing is fantastic. I ordered another one of those when I put my order in. Just check him out. Everything's got it's highly recommended. Do a sampler, pick your scent. All of the scents are, what he says. You're not going to order an orange scent that smells like lemon or something like that. He pretty much nails them. So if you think you like what it says, you're going to like the product. So, yeah,
I just recently got an order in from him. Order the day or two after we recorded with him. Re-up on my deodorant. Grabbed the Americana tonic, which is like lavender, eucalyptus, and spearmint, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that scent is fantastic. I got to grab that in the oil now. Also did the lavender and charcoal, I believe is the other one, and then the unscented. It's one of the only it is the only deodorant I use now. And then what else did I grab? I grabbed something else. One of the I wanted to try out one of the colognes that he put out. What was the scent? Royal Creed. I bought that beard oil when I met up with him at the Ybor City Cigar Festival. And when I was talking to him, he said he wanted to start doing less scent profiles in the bottle, still have them, but do a little bit less, and then put colognes out to kind of, because you don't want that scent underneath your nose all day. It's going to mess up your senses or whatever. So his thought process is do a little bit less profile in the oils and then do a cologne if you want to smell like it all day. So I was like, let me pick it up, see how it is. I think I got a 1 ounce little spray bottle. It's going to last me probably years because I don't use cologne at all. Figured I just want to try it. And it smells fantastic, just like the oil. So,
I got the cherry Dr. Bane, which is his Dr. Pepper dupe. Fantastic scent. And the citrus creamsicle, which smells like a creamsicle ice cream bar. But my favorite one I got from him this time, even better than this Kelp-tober Fest, was the bold cherry, which is just a cherry bomb. It is so just boom, in your face cherry, but in such a good way. It's like a cherry blow pop almost. I mean, it's such a sweet but fruity good. It's a great scent.
I haven't had that one yet. I have the Lost Cherry, or hold on, I have his website up. Why am I going to try to?
I know he's got a Deep Woods cherry.
That I got that one, and I had the smoked cherry. I got the Deep Woods cherry. Was it last year? Not long after we had him on the first time. He had a TikTok shop deal going on, which I didn't know was a thing. I got an email, so I signed on my TikTok for the first time in years. And it was like $12. It was like all of his oils were half off. And that was one I wanted to try. So I picked that one up. It wasn't all of his oils. It was just a select few. And then after we talked to him about doing samples, I got some samples from him, and the smoked cherry was in there. and that was a fantastic scent too.
Yeah. I haven't had anything purchased from him that was not to my liking, and never had any problems with any of his stuff. I bought I re-upped on his salve and his beard conditioner. I love his beard conditioner.
Yeah.
The whole family uses this salve on our hands and elbows and things like that. It's great. So yeah, as we've said many times before, one of the best in the game doing beard oils, products, and just men's grooming is Mr. Bane himself at Bain Blends. So,
yeah.
All right, I'm interested in this little can that looks like a box of Cracker Jacks. You ready to hear that?
Yeah.
All right, so this one is something I've seen before many, many times, predominantly at Total Swine. They got the little shot bottles, and they got the full-size 750s. They also have these little double shot cans. I think they're 100 mil. Yeah, 100 mil cans. This is Shakey's Whip, made in Ireland, whiskey and liqueur, 33% alcohol. So it says 2 shots to share. And the color scheme for whatever just makes me think of Cracker Jacks.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's a black Irish whiskey liqueur from County Cavan. They're blending the Irish whiskey with caramel, vanilla, and cream flavors, packaged in a distinctive vintage-style bottle featuring an ostrich known for its very sweet and smooth, velvety taste, frequently enjoyed as a chilled shot or with cola or in coffee. So I think the 50 mil is like $1.99 or $2.99. This is like $4 or $5 for the double shot, and the 750 is like $25 to $30. We're supposed to get strong vanilla, caramel, butterscotch with a creamy, sweet experience. So, like I said, I've walked by this many times, curious about it, but never pulled the trigger. So,
Curious to see what you think of this nose.
I don't get.
I'll tell you exactly what I get. What
do you get? I don't get vanilla, caramel, or butterscotch.
You don't get any. So right off the bat, I get I can't remember the brand, but you get like the little tubs of icing that you get next to the cake mixes, the vanilla version of that. And then once you set it, I got a blast of cream soda. It's like that vanilla icing and cream soda on the nose for me.
Okay, I can see. I'm sloshing it around. I can see the cream soda, definitely. Which, I like that.
Yeah. It's not a bad nose. It's actually pretty nice.
All right. Okay. That's not bad at all.
Not at all.
That,
Definitely the more so butterscotch caramel on the palate.
Oh yeah, the butterscotch definitely comes through.
This would be really good with coffee.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit syrupy. This would be good as the simple in an old fashioned, like a simple syrup replacement. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit syrupy because it is mixed with flavors, and it's 33%. It's liqueur. It's a little sticky.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. That cream soda note comes through. That butterscotch is there.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Not at all.
I think I might be getting the 750 of that. Because butterscotch, I love butterscotch notes when I find it in whiskey. And cream soda. I mean, who doesn't love cream soda? That almost tastes like, it tastes like you put some butterscotch syrup in a cream soda and it was flat.
Yeah.
Like there's no carbonation. I wonder, now my wheels are turning. This topped with like sparkling water. to make it more
I was
taste
thinking the
like
same
boozy
thing.
soda. Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
like a boozy soda. Okay, yeah. I might be putting an order in on old Total Wine here this evening. Getting this delivered to my house tomorrow. I'm glad I went with the double shots instead of just this 50s out because I'm enjoying this.
I will say it not my favorite with the cigar.
Yeah, well, the cigar is a. Well, I don't know. I could see it pairing better. I don't know. Let me try it because super sweet. I think that's what this cigar needs is a little bit more sweetness.
I think the pour might be a little bit too sweet.
Going from this, I'm just going to call it the whip, to the cigar, yeah. It brings those herbal notes that we were talking about on first light. It brings them back. First couple puffs of this cigar were very herbaceous. And we're thinking it's because of this jade green candela on the wrapper. Maybe. But that kind of died off as I got into the first third. But going from this back to it, it's back.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like that. Yeah, I'll let that sit and go from the cigar to this delicious little can here. Yeah, I'll try that out. But speaking of the cigar, what we're smoking fits the theme as well. Tried to go all Irish or all St. Patrick's Day or all fake Irish green something to fit this theme. So just Googling, trying to find some kind of cigar that would fit the theme, and came across zealcigars.com. ZEAL cigars.com. Never even heard of them before, to be honest. Family owned, veteran owned company. They do a lot of house blends, and this is one of them. This is called the Irish Hulk. They're out of North Phoenix. Jerry's showing it right now. It's a beautiful cigar. Barber pole. It's got wrappers consisting of Cameroon Maduro, Ecuador Habano, and jade green candela leaf. Just gorgeous presentation. No band on it, though. Would love to see some kind of art on it. Yeah. They have some art on the website, but there's no band on it. Binders Nicaraguan, fillers long leaf Cuban seed Dominican tobacco. We're smoking a Toro 6x54. Priced right, $7.50 a cigar. You can get them in packs of 5 and 10, I believe, if I remember from the website. And it's not a whole lot out there because it's their house blend, and they're not from what I can tell, they're not a huge online retailer. So what I could find for some tasting notes were sweet, cocoa, wood, nuttiness, and herbal, which off of first light, you definitely get that herbal taste. Not off-putting, but not what I want off the first puff. But then getting past that first or second puff, it started to be enjoyable. It went well with the Guinness. Those woodsy, nutty notes I was getting were pairing nice with the cocoa kind of notes from the Guinness. So I'm enjoying it so far. We've been yapping, and it's only two of us, so I've neglected it. So my burn line went real wonky. I need to catch it up. I didn't have a problem until just now. It kind of just canoed on me.
Mine did a little bit. You kind of see the upkeep right there, like the little point there, but for the rest of it, it stayed pretty much good. I had to no relights. For some reason I was thinking I had to relit it, but I didn't.
I relit once, and then it canoed on me big time.
What I'm thinking is when I was trying to light it, my fucking lighter went out, and I picked up the other lighter. That lighter was out, so I had to refill the lighter, and that's my relight. I toasted it, and toasted the foot like I typically do, and went to light it, and no fluid. But yeah, that first couple puffs is just like some herbal, like bitter herbal note. I'm guessing it's from the candela. I was very happy that it disappeared after like 3 or 4 puffs. It became a lot darker. Nutty notes are there. A little bit of sweetness is in there. I do like you do get a little bit of that like grassy herbal note from that candela throughout, which I think kind of helps bring it down from being too dark of a cigar. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's a nice little barber pull. Barber pulls are hit or miss, at least for me. But this one's actually smoking really well. Like I said, showed the burn line's pretty good. Little nicks here and there, but it's starting to catch up. Smoking great. A lot of smoke output. Yeah, great with the Guinness. Not so much with the whip. I'm kind of curious how it's going to go with this final pour that we have, and then I don't have a second bottle or glass out here, so I might just have to go straight from the bottle with the strain of hands to see how that goes.
Yeah. So these are, if you can see, I'm going to show you on my phone. Let's see if I can focus. So this is the Irish Hawk. It's got a sticker on the website, but then they have in their house line, they do have Papa Hawk, which has got a badass sticker. That's what I was thinking of.
What's the difference between them?
I don't know. I'd have to look into that. It's 50 cents more for Papa Hawk for a single, which is still only $8 for a cigar. And then back down to $7.50, you have Sergeant Hawk. So they have a huge, and look at that barber pole. It's kind of interesting. I've never seen one like that where it's kind of draped. Like,
who was it? I can see the Jake Wyatt cigar that we had that had that little circle at the top. They did that, and then Ish with Banff Cigars likes to mess around with designs and stuff on some of his. It's always a nice presentation to see something other than like a typical barber pole.
Yeah, I mean I kind of went down the rabbit hole with these Zeal cigars. They have a ton of house cigars. They sell other stuff too, but I mean, just on their house lineup alone, if you see my phone, I mean, these are just their house cigars.
So Papa Hulk, you take this, you add in a Connecticut, and that's Papa Hulk. Sergeant Hulk, mainly a Connecticut wrapper. The candela sneaks through. So I think Sergeant Hulk is similar to Papa Hulk, but with a larger Connecticut wrapper.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the cigar. I caught it back up, with the lighter, and it's burning straight. It's got a great draw throughout. Yeah. It had a great draw. Lots of smoke. It's, I don't want to say squishy, but it's not a super tight.
It's a good
roll, which is perfect for me. That's my preference. Yeah. I want to be able to kind of get a little bit of push on the cigar. They got great names for their house blends: Crop Circles, Faithful Servant, Good Soldier, Got Your Six. I mean, King's End. I mean, they're just great names, great little labels for them. From what I can tell, everything's good sourced ingredients, and can't tell who's rolling them for them or what factory they're coming out of, but it doesn't matter as long as they're good. Great prices on a lot of them. They seem to have a bunch of deals going on. You got sample packs, a lot of stuff's on sale. Free shipping in the U.S. over $100. Free local pickup. Like I said, veteran-owned, Vietnam vet owned, and his son's in it with him now. As long as I believe, if I was reading, his wife has a part in it too. So yeah, I mean, they got mystery samplers, 10 count premium mystery sampler for $70, which are always fun to get those mystery sample packs. Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't familiar with them before.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, search for Irish cigar or St. Patrick's Day cigar brought up them, and this is one of their blends. And I bought a few from them and sent out to you guys these. And what did I buy? I bought a Michaela from them. So they have other. I mean, they're full cigar shop as well as pushing their house blends. or their house brands. But yeah, no, I mean, great pricing. Shipping came in fast. You know, they're going to be on my little short list of the handful of online websites that I order from when I'm not going to a cigar lounge or local shop and buying stuff. So check out Zeal Cigars, Zeal Cigars.com.
So let's go with three quick things. The only issue I've had with mine was, I don't know if it'll show up. Come on, focus. Basically right there by my middle finger, the wrapper, it's not cracked. It's just like, it looks like it got caught on something. The binder's still fine. There's no smoke coming out of it. Like, I don't have to plug it up. Like, it's still smoking fine. There's just an imperfection. Number two, getting into the second, third, spice picks up and it is fantastic. You get a little bit of that nuttiness. You get a little bit of that herbal note to it. And then just, I'm getting like almost like red pepper around like the lips and the back of the throat. Fantastic.
I started to pick up some peanuts, not to cut you off, but I started to pick up some nuttiness.
Yeah.
I'm not as far along as you, so I'm looking forward to that spice. I hope it comes.
It took a little while for that nut. It was a lot of that herbal grassy note with some like darker sweetness, and then the peanuts kicked in, and now the spice is kicking in. Third, the only band you need to have on this thing is that, like, the Zeal Team 6. Mm-hmm. That's their Instagram profile.
That's what came on the outside of the packaging when I got it, and I didn't even look at. Yeah, I didn't even look at veteran owned or anything when I ordered these. I was just looking for a cigar that fit this, Irish or fake Irish or whatever theme that we're doing today. And so it said Irish Hulk. I was like, perfect. Let me get 3 of these. And I didn't even realize it until the packaging came. Boom, right on the label, Zeal Team 6. I was like, oh, I got to look this up now. That's cool as shit. And that's when I learned that they're, veteran owned and, family owned. Their son, I think his name is Bradley, if I recall from reading their about page. He does a couple different podcasts with cigar reviews and stuff too. So I'm gonna have to check that out. The guy's name is Len Reith or Reith. Apologize for mispronouncing that, but he landed with the first Marines to hit the beaches in the Vietnam War. After the war, he came back to Cincinnati, Ohio, where he met his wife, Vita. They gave birth to their first son, Bradley. Bradley's got a beard, so we might need to reach out to Mr. Bradley and see if he wants to talk about some of his cigars. Just looking through, I remember Bradley did some podcasts, which, we're a fan of. So he has a YouTube channel, Best Cigar Reviews. And he also does a podcast called Cut, Light, and Smoke with Bradley and JB. So I'll have to check both of those out.
Definitely going to check those out.
And I'm happy. By chance, just looking for an Irish themed cigar, came across this this website and this company because quick, fast shipping. I don't think the shipping was too much because I'm a stickler for shipping. I'm notoriously known for having like 10 open carts on my phone at all times because I can't pull the trigger on paying like $18 shipping for a $20 order.
Waiting on those. Hey, we found something in your cart. Here's 10% off.
Yeah. I look for those as well, but I pulled the trigger with these guys, so I don't believe the shipping was too hateful. But yeah, no. ZealCigars.com. Check those guys out. And going from the Irish Hulk to the Whip, it's better than the other way around.
I still don't like it. Whoa.
Because you get, now I'm starting to get that peanut nuttiness. It's like raw peanut going to this butterscotch. It just plays nice together. But the other way around, it doesn't. So I could smoke and then drink, but not drink and then smoke. If we're just talking about this Shanky's Whip. With that being said, we got one more pour. The star of the show. The only reason I wanted to do another St. Patrick's Day episode, because we've done this one before, is for this next pour that I sent out that I
It's
saw.
it's lighter than apple juice.
It looks like, yeah. Let's go with apple juice.
It's lighter than apple juice.
But let's go with apple juice. I saw an interview with Mr. Carr where he talked about him and a few friends buying a whiskey, and I was intrigued because I think he's one of the funnier people on the planet. And so I've been looking to buy this bottle, and I kept holding back because it is lightly peated, and even my palate despises light peat or anything peat. If you say the word peat while I'm drinking Jim Beam, my stomach will turn. I do not like peated products whatsoever. But to each his own. Some people love it. So thankfully this is lightly peated. So for this episode, I figured let's pull the trigger and let's purchase this bottle. This is a bottle. It is Irish triple distilled grain whiskey aged in virgin cask. It says it is ex-American bourbon casks, sherry matured triple distilled malt. What else here? Okay, sorry. I'm just catching up with my notes here. So it's an Irish whiskey, peat smoked triple distilled, inspired by the peat. It says right on the front label. It's inspired by the past. This well-balanced Irish whiskey with its peated characteristics and depth of flavors lends itself to a quality experience. Sláinte or Slane, or however you want to pronounce it. These tasting notes are that on the nose, the peat is noticeable but fairly mild. Just get some caramel, some soft fruit like pear. The taste, we should find some light honey, light caramel, light pear, and light peat. And on the finish, we should get peat. They say peat a lot in this. I don't know, man. Just get some finish on the peat. Finish would be peat, barrel char, and ash, mild honey and mild pear, mild white pepper, lingering warmth, moderately long. I can't imagine a long finish for this, like the light color that they got here with no legs. Like, I can't imagine a long finish, but we'll see. So what we're going to be drinking here is, it says it's full of surprises. So let's get into it. This whiskey is a company co-founded by Russell Crowe, Ed Sheeran, and Jimmy Carr, and Ronan Keating. They invested in Donegal Distillery, which is who produces this. So everybody knows Russell Crowe, the Gladiator, Ed Sheeran, the superstar, and Jimmy Carr, the very dapper comedian. Ronan Keating, I want to say it's probably just their friend, investor. I'm not sure. He's not, at least in the limelight. I'm not exactly sure what he does, but there's been some interviews where they all just kind of sit around in a bar and drink. This, I don't see how that friend group works, but okay. Like Ed Sheeran, Russell Crowe, Jimmy Carr. Okay. Sounds like fun. I'd like to sit at the table and drink whiskey until we're drunk with those guys. But yeah, it says that Russell Crowe and Ed Sheeran are old drinking buddies, which sounds okay. I would have never guessed that, but I think he's like 30-something and Russell Crowe's probably pushing 60. But supposedly they're really good friends and drinking buddies. Ed Sheeran has a quote that said, "I started hanging out with Russell Crowe because he loves getting drunk and I love getting drunk." So, all right. He said, "We don't get anything from each other than just a night out." So, they're both famous and wealthy. I guess they don't expect anything from each other. Just have fun, drink, talk, tell stories, and eventually buy a whiskey brand. So this is the bottle, which is cool as shit. It's got the old, the one finger hook on the top. I don't know if that's called. I used to remember what the name of this was, but it's like off those whiskey jugs. And it's called the Muff. It's from the Muff Liquor Company. They make whiskeys and vodkas. And if you Google Jimmy Carr talking about the Muff brand, he'll make you laugh just talking about it. So it's a pretty good watch. Just Google that.
Also, real quick, we are in Women's History Month. Muff Liquor Company is a female-founded, award-winning Irish craft spirits brand launched in 2018 by Laura Bonner. So, not only are we hitting the Irish theme, we're hitting the Women's History Month theme.
Yeah, and if I recall, it's from. I'd have to look this up again, but I was reading about it when I bought it. It's like from Muff County or something like that. That's where it gets its name. But obviously, there's double entendre there. But yeah, it gets its name from a historic, I want to say county or town in Ireland. I'd have to find that for you, but oh yeah, there you go. I found it. It's Muff in County Donegal, Ireland. So Muff must be a town in County Donegal, Ireland. It was founded in 2017 and originally launched with that and their Muff Gin in February 2018. The core lineup includes potato-based vodka and gin, as well as triple distilled 5-part blend peat Irish whiskey, which is the subject of our review here today. And I'm getting into the nosing, and it's not too bad. It doesn't scare me away.
There's a little peat in there.
A hint, yeah. It's like somebody's yelling it from the other room.
There's some honey, and then there's what is that?
Whew, peat on the palate, though.
Yeah.
Whew. Not horrible. Doesn't make me want to tip the glass over onto the floor. There's a sweetness, super sweetness that comes through on the palate too, that it kind of cuts through that peat.
Yeah, I almost get like an orange or citrus on the palate. Mm-hmm. There's that peat, but it's not like overpowering. Very viscous.
Yeah, which doesn't look like that, and it doesn't have really the legs on the glass to back that up, but it is. It almost tastes, and I know it's not. I know they're not putting additives, but in a blind, I would say that they're adding something to this, some kind of caramel or sweetness, or some kind of sweetener or something, because it is very sweet and it's viscous. But I know they're not doing that. So
good spice on the front, that citrus note, that little bit of peat. There's something else there. I can't figure out what it is. It ain't bad.
Yeah, it's like orange peel, peat, and honey.
Yeah. I was honestly skeptical of this, especially knowing some of the people that back this up, and then looking at the damn color of it.
Yeah, and the universe made me eat my words. After that, I guess after the glass set for a minute, the legs are outrageous. Like they're exact 1/4 inch apart, just drippy legs on the glass. What we're talking about in the Glencairn, it sticks to the sidewalls of the Glencairn if you let it sit, and it just forms these beautiful legs coming down the glass. And that's it's a weird color though. The color's off-putting, and I almost wish they had some caramel color in there to make it look a little bit more appealing. But I mean, a lot of Irish whiskeys are lighter in color, I guess, and we're looking for 125 proof, whiskey sitting in a barrel. When they dump it, they get 80 bottles out of it or something like that. Where this is not that at all. This is 80 proof. 86 proof. So at least got a little bit extra. But no, I could say this might be like a gateway peated Irish, maybe, because if you don't like peat a lot or don't think you like it, it's like a whisper of it. I despise peat, and this is pretty good. I don't mind this at all. I'll drink this again.
Yeah, this might be I'd say like a half step underneath what I say earlier, Highland Park.
Highland, yeah.
If you've ever had any of that, it's probably about a half step underneath that. Like peat's there, but it's not overpowering. It's definitely not an Isla. It's not that stuff. Doesn't taste like Band-Aids. Doesn't taste like hospital beds. So it's enjoyable.
Yeah, I let my cigar go out again, but
Yeah, cool.
this cigar on their website said it pairs with an Irish whiskey, so we're about to find that out, I guess.
The spice kicks up with the going from the cigar to the whiskey. Yeah, I could sit here all night and smoke and drink this one.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't notice the peat as much.
No, I was just going to say that. That's why I was like, okay, let's go. The going from the cigar to the whiskey almost eliminates that hint or peat characteristic, I think is how they worded it on the website, which I'm a huge fan of. If I can smoke a cigar before I take a sip and eliminate the one note that I don't really care for in this pour, then that's an easy $7.50 correction. Spend $7.50 on this cigar and remove that little peat note just for my own palate, and that's a win for me.
Yeah, that peat note definitely drops out with this cigar. That spice kicks up. More like that woody note comes through from the cigar.
Mm-hmm. And almost a nuttiness too from the cigar too. There's still like that.
It's almost like peanut shells.
Yeah, like a dry peanut, But I still get the honey. The honey sticks through, and I don't as much get that like orange zest. It kind of takes away the orange zest and the peat for me, but I can sacrifice the orange zest for the peat. I'll trade you the orange zest for the peat if you give me the nuttiness of the cigar. That's a win for me. I love the orange zest plain, but it comes with the peat, so that's a sacrifice I'll make.
Yeah, I don't mind a little peat. This one, I'd like to see it bumped up another couple proof points.
I'd love to try this at like 120.
Shit, I'd be happy at like 96.
Yeah, of course, but
yeah, if I could try a gas strength version.
Super intrigued, just coming right out of the cask.
Yeah,
I wonder if it would be more or less peat flavor. I wonder if the
I don't know the science behind that. I don't know if
I don't either. I just my foot in my mouth, because if I take it 120 and it's a peat bomb, then give me it at 65% proof, please.
I don't know. I feel like water would enhance the peat some more.
I would think so too. That's why I would think a higher strength, but that's science. I don't know, to be honest. I would think higher proof would kind of take that away and bring out some more of the other flavors, but not sure. Could be the other way around. It'd just be a peat bomb at 110.
It could be, but
well, either way, I'm glad that group of investors / friends came together, because it's a cool bottle. It's got a great
it's a cool little label.
Yeah,
or a cool bottle, not label.
Yeah.
Well, it is a cool label, but
yeah, great color scheme, cool label. I love the little hook on it for the little eyelet. Put your finger in. Yeah, it says right on the back of the bottle, Muff Donegal, embossed in the bottle. So, yeah, but definitely, I'm sure there's interviews out there with Ed Sheeran and Russell Crowe about this, who are both, two pretty well-known drinkers. I did not know Jimmy Carr was a big drinker, but evidently he is in that world as well. But his when he talks about, there's a clip that you can Google when he talks about him and his friends buying this brand. That was the first time I heard about it, and the first time that I knew he even was acquaintance with any of those guys. And it's a pretty funny clip. He's a funny dude, and
he's hilarious. I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, "Oh, this dude's gonna be like dry and this and that," and I started like just watching different clips. I was like, "All right, this guy's actually pretty fucking funny."
Oh yeah, Google. Somebody asked him, "What's the either the funniest or the joke that you've got the most hate from. It's about mosquito nets. It's hilarious. Just dark humor, but if you don't know what we're talking about, Google him. You'll know him once you Google him. But he's English guy that's it's 3-piece suit out on stage and just tells messed up, hilarious jokes. Not PC jokes. I should say that. There you go. There he is. He's very put together and proper, and then he walks out and blows your mind with some of the fucked up jokes he tells, which is great.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm very pleasantly surprised with all of these products. I knew we would like the oil. I'm pretty certain we would like the cigar from just what I was, what ingredients, the blend. And I was very, I figured we'd like the beer. It's a Guinness. It can't be that different than a regular Guinness. I'm pretty sure we both like regular Guinness. The Shakeys and the Muff, though, are kind of surprises. I did not know if I was going to like either one. I was very skeptical about both. But I think this is a winner all across the board.
I don't know. I think the whip surprised me more than the Muff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I had to pick a winner of the episode out of the 5 products, not just for quality or whatever, just the surprise, like, I'm definitely buying this one again. Like, I'm buying a 750. This is fantastic. I don't know if people are going to hate on us for saying that. I don't know if this is known to be a good product or if it's known to be just like a flavored whiskey or what. But I don't know any
people hate on flavored whiskey. Fuck them.
Whatever.
If it's good, it's good.
Yeah,
like I'm not drinking it because I know, or I think that the whiskey like tastes like butterscotch and cream soda, or if I think Jim Beam apple tastes like fucking apple. No, we know it's flavored. Drink it if you like it.
Yeah,
this one I actually enjoy. I'm actually kind of want to go out and grab some vanilla ice cream and pour this over it.
There's so many different things that this would be good on. Like I said before, I think this would be perfect just as a replacement for simple syrup and like in cocktails because it has some proof to it as well.
Yeah.
So you're getting a little bit added proof on your sweetener, quote unquote, because it is very sweet.
Yes.
But I do really enjoy that. It's getting warm now. It's still even pretty good because I brought it out chilled.
Yeah, I have a mini fridge out here that it stayed in until right before we started recording. That being said, it is 55 out here, so it's still pretty cool. But this is. I don't know if I'd grab a whole 750, but I might grab a couple of these 100s.
It's financially responsible to grab the 750. Once you grab a couple of these, you're only going to get like 300 mil for the same price as the 750. So go ahead and pull the trigger, Jerry.
Like I think it's just more of a experimenting with it with cocktails and simple syrups and coffee and ice cream and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no. This is, if over ice, I could see this being a neat pour, but not more than one. It's too sweet. Like
nice little after dinner pour.
Yeah. Put a couple ice cubes in there. Great little sweet after dinner pour, exactly. But putting it, like you said, on ice cream or in cocktails, different things like that. This is something I want to have on the freezer door.
Yeah, I don't know how much I have of this left, but I might grab one of those little 1 ounce Boston rounds I have in there, pour it in there, put it in the refrigerator, and then try it with coffee one of these days. Because
this would be great. Like on Sunday morning, we're barely into the football season now, but those freaking 9:00 games that everybody hates, this is the perfect coffee pour. This and some fresh brewed coffee for those 9 a.m. Amazon games on the East Coast. That's in my future.
Let's see. It's Monday. I'm off Wednesday. I might have to put some of this into my coffee. I'm on Wednesday when I'm off because I ain't got shit to do except rearrange the garage. So that'll make the rearranging the garage not so bad.
A little less frustrating.
But yeah, talking about those 9 a.m. football games, I think we got to wait because we got a little coffee episode with coffee beard oil, coffee cigar, coffee pours, whatever. I think we're gonna
spirit. We got a whole bunch of coffee things coming up.
I think we're gonna have to wait for one of those 9 a.m. games for that. Get up and outside at 9 a.m. to watch these games and drink and smoke.
And I think we all need to grab another little can of these if you don't already have a bottle, which I will by then, in your freezer door, and experiment with this.
Like I said, well. I'll let you guys know on most likely Wednesday how this goes with coffee.
Yeah.
I'm just I put a
Go ahead. I was going to say I'm kind of upset that I haven't just grabbed one of these walking through Total Wine before, because I've always seen them.
I've never seen them in these mini cans. I've seen them in the 750s. I've never seen them in the cans.
Yeah, the 750s. The label caught my eye because it looks like Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
And I've seen the little 50 mils, which are just airplane bottles. But once I started seeing these 100 mil cans, I was like, okay, those are just cool. They're cool looking little cans. Like, just grab one, and I never did. But kind of late to the game, I guess. But it's pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, I'll let you guys know Wednesday how it goes in coffee. I put like a splash of. Is that wind picking up on the microphone?
I didn't know if it was yours or mine. So I heard it.
It's been whipping around. We had the storm front earlier. Paul's getting it right now. Yeah, it's just whipping around out there. But yeah, I put just enough splash in there to change the coffee from like black to black brown, like just enough to change it. And then we got these like sugar-free like caramel pumps and toasted marshmallow pumps, stuff like that. And I put one or two in there just to kind of take the acidity out of the coffee. I think that a little splash of this will take that stuff out of the equation.
Oh yeah, and add a little proof to you.
A little. It's fucking. What do we say? 33%.
Yeah, 33%.
Perfect for Wednesday morning.
There you
go. The further along I get in this cigar, the more I like it. The darker it gets, the more spicy it gets. Mm-hmm. First third was all right. Like, it's not for a $7 cigar. You can't say it's terrible. Well, I guess you could, but for $7 cigar, I'm not going to say no to it. Starting to get into that second third, that spice picked up, like I said, and now starting to get towards the last 2 inches or so of it. I don't know if it's because of the Guinness or the whip getting a little bit of like, or just talking about it. There's a little bit of like a coffee, toffee sort of note in there. But yeah, it's probably not going to be one that I go on to Zeal to buy by itself. But if I'm on Zeal's website picking some up, I'm definitely going to throw at least one or two of these on my order if they have them in stock.
Yeah, but it does give me the confidence to go on Zeal's website again as a first-time buyer of these, to know that whatever I find on there, I'm going to be confident ordering some more stuff from them now, because I just randomly came across these, and they're pretty damn good for $7 a cigar. So trying a couple of their other house blends, going off their notes, I'm gonna have to fill a card up and wait for them to send me a coupon code for 10% off after it sits in my cart for 2 days.
How do you even pick which house blend you want to go with?
I told you, I scrolled through. There's I don't know how many, 50 different house blends they have on there. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, well, he's counting because he won't be done anytime soon.
40, what was that? 46, 47, 48.
Yeah. There's a ton on there, which I was shocked by, but they're not all the same. It's not like they're just grabbing different bands and putting them on them. They all have different ingredients.
Oh, and I did find they partner up with a undisclosed Nicaraguan or Dominican factory, so they're coming out of the Dominican, but they don't disclose who it is.
That's what I figured, because it said it was the Cuban seed Dominican filler, so I figured it was somebody in DR that was making these out of the factory. But yeah, I looked all over their website. I couldn't find that they were shouting out who it was. But whatever. I mean, great quality cigars. Like I said, the construction, the draw, been fantastic. I had the one issue with the burn line. It gets a little sideways, then catches up. I feel like that's due to the barber pole because I can follow the wrap on, like, you can see, like, that right now it's kind of getting a little wonky, but it follows that candela where it doesn't burn through and then it has to catch up. So it's like with the different wrap barber pole, it kind of follows that. So I don't know.
Actually, now that you say it, like where I have the little high spot is the candela too.
Yeah, so it's like that burns maybe a little bit slower than the other ones, and that's why if you're not, on it every 45 seconds, then it kind of will go a little bit wonky and then catch it. It's been catching itself up. The only one time where I let it sit in the ashtray and kind of burn out is where I had to like fix it, but other than that, it fixes itself. But it doesn't have a pure straight burn, but I don't really care. I'm not taking pictures for Instagram or anything while I'm smoking. As long as it catches up and consistently burns, nice, has a great draw.
Yeah,
I'm good with it.
It's been growing. The whole smoke so far, the draw has been fantastic. Not too loose, not too tight.
I'd say it's medium mild.
Yeah.
Overall,
I'd go a little bit more closer to mild than medium, but
yeah.
Yeah, it definitely starts more mild than medium. Probably works a little bit closer to medium as you're going through.
Get a little bit more pepper comes through, kind of brings it.
And then
medium area.
That's in like the strength, the body, or like the flavor body, whatever you want to call it, is mild. Yeah, about the same. So yeah, it starts about medium or mild to medium, then shoots up to medium. Yeah, I'm not mad at this at all. Like, and like you said, for like $7, it's not one that I would be sad about putting out if I had to run or sit around the fire pit and it falls into the fire or something like that. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm not too big of a fan of barber poles, but this one I can enjoy.
Great looking one. I love that candela leaf in there that pops. It's a really cool looking cigar. So yeah, no, I mean,
that being said, once you get out of that first third or so and that bitterness starts dying down, I get a good amount of it on the retro if you go through that throughout. Like, I don't retro all the time. Every once in a while I'll do it, but the whole time I was getting that bitter candela style through the retro.
There's an herbalness to it, that's like kind of bitter,
but just normal. Once you get out of that first third, it's really not there anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of all these products. Like I said, I knew I'd like the beer. I know I love
the beard oil is great. The beer is great.
The cigar, I figured we'd like. That wind is blowing, and it's like somebody's trying to pull my door.
I was going to say, is someone trying to break into your shed?
It feels like somebody's on the other side yanking on the door.
That's what happened here earlier.
We had tornado warnings all around the area. I was coming in from out of town. I had to drive through it going 40, 50 miles an hour on 95. Couldn't see the car in front of me, 100 feet in front of me. It was coming down. The wipers couldn't keep up.
No.
Tornadoes touching down in counties around me. It's been crazy, but it's starting to pick up here. So
yeah, that's how it was earlier. We had a couple watches, but we were sitting down just talking. All of a sudden, it sounded like someone's in the front door trying to shake it open.
Yeah.
And then we pulled up our ring camera. No one's there. We knew it was the wind, but she decided to go and just kind of peek her head out there to see what it looked like. And she almost got smacked in the face with the door because the wind just, as soon as she cracked it, it just shot back at her. So yeah, just go to the back door. We had a sliding door. It's not going to hit you in the face.
Right. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to walking back in the house in this because it sounds like there's just buckets of rain.
That being said, we've dropped almost 15 degrees since I've been out here.
I had to kick my heater on. I have a little heater next to me. I have my heater and my spot cooler set up for whatever temperature I need. and it came out and it was perfect. It was like in the 50s, but I had to kick the heater on halfway through recording because it started to get cool.
We were like high 60s, almost 70 when I jumped out here started, and it's low 50s now. We can definitely hear the rain now hitting you.
I was gonna say I got my sound canceling mic on, but if you can't hear that, I don't know, because I can barely hear you talking. It's raining so hard right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna mute. I don't know if you want to talk us out, because I'm gonna. I don't know if you can even hear what I'm saying right now, but it's bucketing on me right now.
Yeah. So I guess we'll send it over to Adam to sign us out. Of course, he's not here, so we got to fuck this all up again. So that wraps it up for another episode of Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes. Take a look at all these. I did not pull any of these websites up. Let me do that real quick. Definitely look up at all these products that we've had on the show. Shanky'sWhip.com. Guinness is Guinness.com. I just had Muff up and I canceled it out. Yeah. The Muff Liquor Co.com, and then Zeal was Zeal Cigars.com, if I remember correctly.
Yep, ZealCigars.com. Sorry, I think a mini tornado just went through because it just cleared up after it shook this.
I was saying,
I got nervous, and now it's coming back, so I don't know. But yeah, ZealCigars.com, and yeah. Sorry,
I think if you're listening to it on Spotify, Apple, or one of the non or on the audio podcast, sorry, maybe look in the description. We'll probably put it there. But if you're listening to it on YouTube, there'll be a nice little description that has all the links here in a second. But yeah, so like Adam usually says,
as always, we encourage you to support your local veterans, active duty military members, first responders, LEOs, firemen. Let's be sure to support those that give all for us, and support children in your area, children that are known to you, children in your community. Let's watch out for those that are the most vulnerable, because the world's fucking crazy and it's only getting crazier. As always, enjoy your spirits and your cigars responsibly.
Yeah, like I said, these products were fantastic. The cigar's pretty good, getting better and better. And until next week, cheers. And Paul has, maybe that tornado took him out. We'll have to get a confirmation later. Until next week, cheers. Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes is produced by Adam Bolden, Paul Rousseau, and Jerry Ullman. Edited by Jerry Ullman. Music by Ryan Johnson. You can find all of our links on our website at bourbonbeardsandbelvederes.com and at beacons.ai/Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes. As always, enjoy your bourbon and cigars responsibly. Cheers.